see. It's not getting game sound. Let's see. Should be getting game sound now. Darn it, so I can't use my headphones with this. Oh well, no headphones then. Be better for y'all to hear it than me anyway. Let's see. Looks like we're live. And we're up and running on both Twitch and YouTube. So what's up everybody? Welcome. We are doing Overlord Mass for the Dead. So Overlord is one of the anime that I actually really enjoy. There's been 3 seasons of it. I'm not sure if they're doing a 4th season. It'd be really cool if they did, but I don't know if they are. But in the meantime, in Japan, they released this gacha game called Mass for the Dead. Now, it's Japan only, and it's actually really annoying to get the game. Because usually for Japanese games, I would go through a Q app, or download the APK, and just install it that way. But you can't do that with this game. This game you actually have to get from the Google Play Store on the Japanese side. So you'd actually have to create yourself a Japanese Google Play account and then download it that way and install it. But the good news is once you've installed it, then you're good. But it's a little annoying to get it at first. But anyhow, go ahead and load this up. So I've been playing this for about a couple months now. Still learning it. There's still a lot of things I don't know about the game. I've mainly just been trying to grind and summon because I want to try to get as many of the characters as possible, because part of the game is trying to collect all the main characters. So if you follow the anime, you know about Ain's own goal or Momonga, as well as all of his minions. So like you'll see there's some of them right here. Those are some of my characters. So I've got Demiurge, Sebas, and Ain's right there. I have those 3. And then over here you can see there's one of the maids, and the girl with the top hat's like kind of like the host person. I'm not quite sure. She's like the one that shows up at the very beginning of the intro and through the demo and everything. You'll see one of the maids right there. I actually don't have her, but they represent the shop. So even if you don't have them, they show up there. And then you have the main screen, and then over here, like I think 2 times a day, it pops up to where you can like get some items here. It's like gold, and that is for raising their skills. These scrolls, I believe they raise their skills. And then here, more scrolls. So I got to resist like a couple times a day to get some free items there. So looking at the characters, these are this is my main team right here. I managed to get Shaltir, which I was pretty happy about. And then recently I got the Succubus as well. What's up, JT Prime? Is this JP? Yeah, unfortunately it's JP only. Trying to see if I can pull up some more stuff, because like I said, I'm pretty new to the game. I'm just learning as I go. But I've been slowly summoning, trying to pull characters that I like. Let's see here. So yeah, this is my party that I'm currently using. I'm trying to level up Albedo to catch up with the other 3. The main characters, like the main cast, those are all 5 stars, and then like some of the smaller ones, like the maids, and some of the other ones are 4 stars. I think, yeah, you can see some of them here. So there you see Ainz, Demiurge, Shaltir, Albedo right there, Sebas, and I also got the Pandora's Actor. I recently got him, so those are the 5 stars that I have. The Twin Elves, I believe, are also 5 star. I don't have them yet. There you can see some of the 4 stars. There's 2 of the maids up there. Nabe. I also got the maid Nabe. I was pretty happy about that because I had. You start off actually with this Nabe. She's like the first character you actually get. So that's pretty cool that you start off with her because I really did like her in the anime. So I was pretty happy to get her. Let's see. Like I said, it's pretty early, so I haven't been able to work on all of them. I've just been kind of working on them as I go. Right now, Ainz, I think, is already maxed out, at least to... Actually, no. Yeah, he's maxed out to 60. So I have to, like, get these upgrade crystals in order to get him to the next set, or I guess limit break, to get him up to 70. So for now, he's kind of, like, maxed out where he is. Demiurge is almost there, so is Shaltir. And then Albedo's close behind. This right here is where you upgrade their skills. So far I've only been able to do his first skill, and I've got that actually maxed out, but I can't break it to the next round, so we'll leave that as it is. And each character can also equip an item, which is this section, and they all do different stats. The ones that I've been using so far are the ones that do HP and attack. I haven't really cared too much about the defense, and I think the other stat was, I think, magic attack or special attack. I'm not quite sure, but I do know that the top 2, well, HP obviously, and then the stat under that one is attack. Those are the 2 that I usually have been focusing on. This one's not a bad item because it gives you stats in all 4 categories, but most of them only give you stats for 2. So if you can find one that does one for all, I think those are the better ones in my opinion. See, like this one's also 4 stats. These are only 2 stats, but if it's only 2 stats, like I said, I've been focusing mostly on HP and attack. This third tab is pretty much a library. I believe it just goes through like all the story. And you can go back and watch different story scenes if you missed it. Like if you, like, I usually skip through it when I'm doing the story mode, so I haven't really been doing a lot of it. But I believe you can just go back. And the story mode pretty much follows the anime. So if you've seen the anime and you really like it, this game is pretty close to what they've shown already. So yeah, it's going through the story. So yeah, if you just skip through it while you were trying to grind for crystals like I was, you can always go back here if you want to actually go back and see it. And skip this. It doesn't matter. That'll be for y'all to check out if y'all want to check that out. So that's pretty cool. I know, like, Danmachi kind of does the same thing. Well, not the same way, but like you can always go back and check the story if you just felt like skipping it. This fourth tab is missions, and you have your daily missions, which I've already done for today, and then you have your legacy missions. I think these are weekly missions, and then these are like overall missions. So they have all that. Next tab over is the shop, where you can buy more crystals. They have this. Okay, so this VIP system thing here, it's kind of a jip, unless you're like really trying to grind events. Like the VIP system card just kind of like gives you bonus when you're doing like their special events. So I don't think it's worth it unless you're like really high level and you're really grinding those levels a lot. Like, I'm not high level, so I can't do it, so that's why it's not worth it for me. But then the other ones are packs for, you know, in-game currency, the crystals, as well as summoning tickets. There you see the silver tickets. Those silver tickets are guaranteed 4-star, and looks like a bunch of leveling materials. I don't know if there's a 5-star ticket in there. I don't see a gold. If you see a gold ticket, it's supposed to be, I think, guaranteed 5-star. But the silver ones are guaranteed 4-star, and then there's bronze tickets that are guaranteed 3-star. So that's the shop. The game is out. It is out, but unfortunately it's Japan only. And like I said, it's kind of convoluted how to get it. Like, you have to create a Japanese Google Play account, download it from, you know, the Japanese Google Play. But once you've installed it, then you're fine, because it should just update on its own most of the time. I've actually been able to update it through a Q app after I downloaded it. So like, once you have to go through making a Japanese Google Play account just to get it and install it, and then once that's done, then you're fine to do other avenues to try to update it. So this panel is the summoning panel, which you can tell by looking like a summoning circle. Looks like this one is right up for the items, because all those pictures right there, those are like the items that I showed that you equip on the characters. Even though it's showing the characters on the side, I believe it's like it's right up for 5-star equipment. And then this one is right up for Shaltier, Albedo, and the maids. And this is the normal summoning banner. And here are where you get the tickets. See, the gold ticket right there is 5-star. Silver tickets are 4-star, and then bronze tickets are 3-star. So those packs, honestly, those packs aren't that worth it, since you only get a 4-star ticket, not a 5-star ticket. And then these are like friend points, so you can do summons there. And I think the most you can get are 3-star. Like, it's between 1 to 3-star in terms of items that you get from here. So you can get equipment or characters, and then you're back to the banners. Q app works. Okay, so like I said, you have to download it and install from the Japanese Google Play first. Once you've done that, I believe you should be able to update it from Q app, because that's what I did. It updates itself most of the time. But if it's a version update, I believe you can just get it directly from Q app, because I didn't have any problems with it after I installed it, because I don't even remember what my Google Play account, my Japanese one, is anymore. Okay, so this last one's settings, so that's self-explanatory. So these 3 buttons that you see right there, the green button is story. There's currently 2 parts to the story. I've already completed normal for parts 1 and 2, and then hard, I'm still slowly working on it, but my squad's not strong enough to clear hard yet. Those 2 red buttons, so the one on the right is co-op, and the one on the left is special events. So right now we're going to go to special events. Ooh, they just opened up that one dungeon. I might have to try that one. Well, maybe later. So right now, this is more than usual. Normally you'll see like 2 or 3 events here, but this one, the top one is the new kind of raid event going on, and that's what we're going to do in a second. The one below it does different things, and this one, I'm not sure what they're doing this time around. Sometimes it's leveling equipment, which are those silver looking metal things. And the other thing I believe is the scrolls, which we got earlier. Those scrolls are for leveling up their attacks. This one right here is a special event. This one is grinding these crystals that you trade in, which I might have to do that also later on. That's a special event that's tied in with the raid event. Or not even really a raid event, it's just whatever grind event. So here they have 2 things going on. When you do the event, you know, you're earning these crystals, these event crystals. And the event crystals, the more you get, the prizes that you get for them. The big prize here is when you get to 100k, you get one of the maids. I already have that maid, so it's not that big of a deal for me to get her. But like, they did one event where one of the prizes was Momonga, which would have been really cool, but I was nowhere near able to grind enough. And then the other event that I was showing you, this is where you trade in the crystals for it. And this was like a special event thing for it. See, some of them I've already grinded, but not enough to get the items that I want. And it looks like the best thing to get, you can get a 4-star ticket out of this, or you can get the 4-star equipment from this. There's some leveling equipment, or leveling items, some money. So those things that you can grind for it. So that's what those are traded for. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what's the other things here. This one is for other, like, limit breaking items. You can see the books there, as well as those crystal stars, and you can see which items they're for, or like which type of units they're for. So you have your attackers and I think defense units, and then you see there's magic and I think healer. I think, like I said, I haven't totally figured out everything in this game. I'm still learning. And then right below that, this is the extra story stuff for the characters, and it's similar to, like, if you play Danmachi, how they have that one section where you can talk to the characters, like to certain characters from certain familia. That's what this is, and it's all based off the main characters from Ein's Own Goal. See, as you can see there, it's practically just all the main characters from it. So you see the ones I'm missing. I'm missing half the maids, the twins, and Cocytus. So those are the ones I'm missing right now. So yeah, that's the gist of the game. So right now we're going to try to do this new event. Pretty much the end game is like, once you finish story mode, these events are probably where you're going to be grinding most of your crystals. And I do have it on auto. It's easier that way, but we can try the first few, I guess, without doing auto. Like, when you do the tutorial, it shows you, you know, all the other things that happen. So the top row are like his special attacks, and then the bottom row are like the normal. So that would be his special. This would be her special. Like, the top row is all specials, and then the bottom row or regular attack, so this would be a normal attack right there. Never mind, we don't want to do that. Let's do that one. I just don't do normal attacks. This is all like low level anyway. Like my team is good enough to clear low level stuff pretty easily. As far as I can tell, it only seems like the 5-star characters and maybe some of the 4-star characters are voiced. I don't think the 3-star characters are. Or maybe the main ones are, but the ones that I've used were not, so I don't know if all of them are voiced. We'll just go ahead and auto from now on, because these first few levels are pretty easy. Like, they have super attacks, but it takes a while to build them up, and for me, it's like, by the time I get one, they're almost dead. So it's almost not worth it for me. Like, it takes quite a while for them to build up a super. And by the time they do it, it's like either the enemy's almost dead or I'm almost dead. Like, a lot of times, like if I'm fighting a boss that takes me long enough to build up a super, I end up dying before I can use it. At least that's where I'm at right now. Like, I need to limit break a bunch of my characters, I think, in order to get them to be powerful enough. The equipment that I have, I need to level them up as well. So we're going to do some grinding. We're going to try to see how far I can get on my stamina bar. And then once I'm done with that, we might do some summons. I probably will do some summons. I'd like to try to see if I can get some of the maids. Like, I recently got the maid version of Nabe, which I was pretty happy to get her, actually. But I haven't had time to work on her at all, so she's still like level 1. Bardock looks dope. You love the anime. Is anybody else in here a fan of the anime? I really hope they do a 4th season. Actually, I'm close to leveling up. I might be able to level up and keep going. That would be really nice. JT, you're a fan. I figured you'd be a fan of it. I just like it because it's like anti-sword art or Log Horizon or any of those. Like, it's similar, but the obvious difference is they're trying to take over the world. And so they're the evil squad. Like that last season. Oh my god, there was so much crazy stuff that happened in that season. What's up, Blaze? No, Beto's just... she's so awesome. She was the one that I really wanted to get. Because she's my favorite character. Shoutir is pretty cool too. Like I really like Shoutir and Albedo. Ainz was actually the first guy I got. Like when I was rerolling, I was trying to get 2 or 3 5 stars. Like I'm not sure how many crystals you get now, but when I was rerolling, it gave you enough to do about almost 3 multis. Like it would give you, I think, about 1,400 something crystals, and it's like 500 to do a multi. So you could do 2 multis, see what you get, grind a little bit of the story, and you could do another multi, or you could do 2 multis and then singles and see what you get. So I did that for a while till I got 2 to start. I ended up with Ainz and Demiurge. And I was like, okay, I'll just be happy with that because, like I said, you start off with Nabe. So I think I got one of the maids as well. So I was running Nabe, the red-haired maid, Ainz, and Demiurge. And then eventually I got Shoutir, and then I got Sebas and Albedo in the same multi, actually. I got super lucky with that. And then later on, I YOLO'd Pandora's Actor. That makes it better. Momonga is doing what any of us would really do. I know, right? Like, everything in the first couple episodes I thought was, like, awesome in it. Like, it was just refreshing, you know, after seeing all the ones that were like, we're gonna make this a better world, we're going to free everybody. This one was like, you know what? I'm an undead Lich King. I want to test my powers out. You know, let's take over the world. So, I mean, if you were an all-powerful with your cash shop items and all this stuff, wouldn't you want to use it? So we did level up, so that's cool. We can keep going. I don't think I'll be able to grind enough to do a multi because I'm only at like 140, so 360 is a lot. One thing I wish is, I wish it was faced the other way. Like, I don't like that my characters on their backs are facing me. I'd like to see them, you know? Like, you don't get to see them until at the end. Now, granted, when they do a super, it changes the animation and you get to see them, you know, performing the super. But I think it still would have been better to have them facing me in order to see what they do. Why would anyone want to leave a world where they are basically a god? I know, right? I swear I heard thunder. I hope it doesn't rain. Boss time. I just like her little dance. I think it's funny. see, these are starting to cost 8. I have 34, so I should be able to do about maybe 4 more rounds. I have some stamina items. I might use some stamina items. I want to see how far I get here first. Yeah, I think 2 events ago was the Clementine versus Momonga. That was what the event was centered around, I think, their fight. Because they had the banner up to where you could get Momonga and Clementine. Oh man, bears. Get wrecked, bear. These poor bears. And a wolf, I think? Okay, let's see. Got 2 more rounds we can do here. Let's do 2 rounds and then we'll see where we're at. I'm gonna try to see. Ooh, that was an undead bear. Did I reroll? Yeah, at the beginning I rerolled. I rerolled till I got 2 5 stars. Rerolling is not too bad. You can auto most of the beginning. It's only when you get to see... So, the beginning of the game kind of goes through this little story. You're going through, the beginnings of their home base. You eventually reach the throne room. You see Ainz. Ainz starts asking you questions. And then there's like the one little demo fight. You do the demo fight where he shows you what his different attacks are, and then the super at the end. And then once you get through that, then you finally get to the main part. And like I said, when I started doing it, when I was doing the rerolls, I had enough to do 2 multis and like 8 singles. So you could either just do the multis, see if you get 5 stars, and then see if you like them or not. Or if you don't get 5 stars, usually what I would do is like I do the 2 multis and then just be like, alright, I'm just gonna reroll at this point. Do I still play SAO MD game? Memory defrag? Yes. Yes, I do. We were playing it the other day. We were grinding some of the events. Okay, so we're going to stop here for a second. Let's see if it shows me how far I'm at. Okay, so we're in part 2. So that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I went until 14, so I'd be at 280, I think. So here we collect our gifts. $280, not bad. Let me jump back in. Stamina is only a 3-minute timer, which is not bad. It's pretty quick, especially since my stamina bar is kind of low. My stamina bar is only like, what, 47? Yeah, that's not a lot, but that's okay. I need your help in the game. What do you need help with? Okay, so here there's the different things that you can do to refill your stamina. I'm using items, I'm not going to use crystals, but you can use crystals if you want to. I don't. So if it stays at 8, that should give me about 6 more runs. I don't mind using the stamina items. I haven't really used a lot of them, so this would be a good time to use them. I'm going to try to see if I can get close to 500. It'd be a good time also for me to see like how far I am in trying to get some of the other items. Ooh, these bosses are a little tanky. That's alright. How long has the game been out? I don't think it's been out super long. Let me see. When did this come out? I think it came out in February. Yeah. Came out in February. So it hasn't really been out very long. Why is my event viewer not showing up? Now it shows up. I don't know why it didn't show up earlier. Anyhow. So you're starting to get a little bit more tanky. They're no longer getting one shot. Well, for the most part. You need to save Fairy Princess Titania M1 clear in 45 seconds, not minutes. 45 minutes would be a little bit long. Pretty sure you mean 45 seconds. I'm not on right now, obviously. I'm not actually really good at that one. Like, I did it with one of my guildmates and a random, and the random was actually better than both of us, to be honest. Like, for the most part, you can kind of tell if someone has, like, a good enough team if you're doing it with randoms. Just, like, find someone that, they have earth element, like an earth element team. More than likely they know what they're doing. Are you going to make a basic guide on this game for YouTube? I don't really know everything about this game. I mean, this is on YouTube. The recap will be up on YouTube. I did kind of try to go over what I did know at the beginning of the video. Like this section of the video right now, we're just grinding, trying to see if we can get enough and do some summons. Like right now, like I have some targets that I'm looking for out of the summons. I'm missing Cocutus, the twins, and 3 of the maids. Actually, if you look on YouTube, there's quite a few videos when the game first came out, because those are the ones that I actually watched to check out the game. Because as much as I liked Overlord, I had no idea how the game was going to be. So there's quite a few videos already for how to get started and what to look for. Although the game's probably been updated a little bit since then, since those videos were back in February. We're up to 1500. So that should be what level we're at. Okay, so now we're on the third part, but let's go ahead and go back and take a look and see how much we've gotten. We've got 1500. So I could get one of the maids I'm missing, but it's going to take 375,000. Holy crap. That's going to be a while. Alright, so we can't get anything right now, which is kind of understandable. It's still pretty early in this thing. Let's see how much I have now. I should have close to 3,500. $34. We can grind a little bit more. I think we can grind enough to where do some more of these. Actually, yeah, no, we should do this one. There's some of the other ones that I could do, but I think it'd be better just do this one for now. Let me do it. Oh, it won't let me do it while I have stamina up. That makes sense. So we'll just keep going. We're almost about to max out Demiurge. That'll be good. $620 crystals, that's a tutorial. Yeah, that's less than what they used to give out. But that's at least enough for a multi. It makes your decision a lot easier on whether or not to reroll, though. So that's two singles and one multi. See if you get a 5-star. And it's definitely important to try to get that 5-star from your reroll, because rates aren't super great. Like, it took me quite a while before I got my third 5-star after I rerolled 2 at the beginning. Like, I recently got 3 of them, but like before getting Shao Tier, it took me a long time. Like, I finished almost all of the story before I got her. Like, I did maybe 7 or 8 multis before I finally got her. Like, 5-stars in general, I really haven't gotten a lot compared to how many times I've summoned. Like, I've only gotten 2 5-star equipment, and if I'm honest, neither one of them are really good. And, you know, the characters you see here, I've gotten 6 5-star characters. So 8 5-stars in total, out of like maybe 14 or 15 multis. And I mean after my reroll. Like, that's not even counting the reroll. Like, 15 multis after my reroll. Because story mode, actually, there is quite a bit of story. Like, I finished normal mode, but I haven't finished hard mode. Mainly because it's too hard. For my squad, at least. It's been too hard, so. I still have more crystals that I can grind, but I have to level up my team to be strong enough to do it. Tutorial, though, is it's relatively short. Like, it's not a long, dragged out tutorial. Like, the most time consuming is probably the fight, because you can't really skip it. Ooh, this one's tanky. Oh, was tanky. Oh, we're at 34 before, so I think when we finish this chapter we'll be at like 44, 45. Should be pretty close to multi. And then we'll see what we get. Did you get anything good with your crystals, or are you re-rolling? I'm assuming you re-rolled since I didn't hear anything. Like, I think with the current banners, you're going to want to pull on the second one. The one with the girls on it. Albedo, Shaltir, and the maids. Because I believe that's a rate up for them. You got the sniper chick on the first banner, but you can't even use her. That sucks. I'm sorry. So I'm at 3,000, so we're getting close to where you can actually get something to exchange. Oh. I think I want to try to get that one maid I don't have. The one with the glasses. The head maid. There's unfortunately no real way to like power level your units unless you get like a bunch of the leveling items. So like the next best thing is if you have a strong enough team, like say like mine set up here, I have 3 units that are almost max or maxed, and then I'll put the unit that I want to level in the 4th slot. Even if they die, I believe they get EXP anyway. So if you're doing like harder levels and you can do it with your 3 strong characters, you could try to power level that way. Because besides grinding to get leveling items, you have to buy them and they're expensive. And you don't get a lot of gold from what I can tell. You love the home screen art though, makes everyone look more villainous. Oh, you mean the title screen? The title screen is pretty cool. I think this will probably be the last level for part 3. This one I might actually have to use their spells. Let's see how the first wave goes. First wave looks like it's relatively the same. Probably the boss is going to be hard. Okay, let's take it off auto. Let's see how this boss looks. He does look annoying. So I think we're going to try to take out the minions first. Yeah, good thing. I wanted to take out the minions so I didn't have to take all these stupid little mini attacks in between everything. Been off of Twitch for nearly a year and you come back to another popsicle ad. They just know, dude. They know you love popsicles. What's up, Zhang? Alright, so that should be that part, so now we're on part 4. But first, let's see how much we got. We should have gotten at least 10. Yeah, we got 100, so we're about 60 away. So what I was talking about with the shops, so like here you see one of the maids, and you see the little bubble. So they're all like stores, like they're store shopkeepers basically. So here you can see different items. That book right there is what you need for limit breaking. These items here are for the equipment leveling. These items are for leveling up the characters, and then these are for leveling up the skills, and these are more limit break items. So as you can see, they're pretty costly. Especially considering how much gold I have, it would just drain me, so that's why I don't usually buy stuff from there. Unless, the only thing I usually try to buy are like limit breaking items, because those are hard to get. So that's part of the reason why I'm not higher level than what I am right now. I'm going to check out something here real quick. So he has something unlocked. Is it the third part? It is the third part. Sweet. You get some free crystals. Let's see the story. The only thing I don't like is the stories are not fully voiced. Like, they'll grunt certain sounds and words, but the whole thing is not voiced, which is kind of disappointing. If you've never played Danmachi Memorial Freeze, to me that's one of the best gacha games based off an anime, because everything is voiced in that. Like, everything is voiced in it. Even like to like the little side characters and everything, they're all voiced, which I think is amazing. Bleach Brave Souls does that to a certain extent. But Danmachi is like above and beyond. Plus, they do a lot of like cool little stories. Like a lot of their little events or like side stories that they do, and those are all fully voiced. Like they just recently did Data Live collab, and that was really cool because they had like all of those characters. Well, not all. They had like 4 of the characters, 5, 4 characters, and the protagonist. They had their voice actors, and they had them all fully voiced in the story and everything. To me, I thought that was really cool. One of the other games that does stuff like that is Granblue Fantasy. And Granblue Fantasy has like every voice actor and voice actress in Japan working on that game. It's pretty cool. Like, they do all kinds of crazy collabs. The other one that does crazy collabs is Grand Summoners. And I know Grand Summoners, they just did Reincarnated as a Slime. The Japanese version is about to do a collaboration with Goblin Slayer, which I'm hoping comes to the global version as well. Still can't comment on YouTube. Guess I'm still banned there. I don't know. Are you? I guess I can check. I don't know. I have not looked at my ban list in a while. I don't know. I see you on there. I can see your comment on there. For some reason it's not showing up on the chat. I don't know why. But I do see it in YouTube. I have no idea, Zhang. I don't know what the story's saying. I don't know what I'm picking for answers either, in case y'all are wondering. I'm just choosing stuff. It just gave me free crystals anyway, and that's the whole reason why I was doing it. I think that's all that I have that's current. Alright, so let's go back. That's not open. Alright, let's go back and do some more of this event. So we're at 3,800, so I think we have enough to where we could have actually gotten something if we wanted something. Yeah, we can get the lower level stuff, which actually some of this are the limit breaking, like the high-end limit breaking stuff that was like expensive in that other shop. But I am not going to get that stuff. We're going to save it up, try to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that made. That's a lot. Now that I'm looking at it, 300, like 375,000 or something. That's insane. Do a lot of grinding for that. Okay, one more. I technically only need like 3 of these, but we'll go ahead and do 4. So I should have enough to do 4 rounds of this. And then that should be enough. Am I being seen? Like I said, I can see you on YouTube. I just can't see you like on the stream part, because the stream part for some reason is not showing your YouTube. I don't know. It's weird. It was showing YouTube comments earlier, but maybe it's not showing yours? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Jang. So let's see how high we can go. Well, at least for now. Pretty sure I can do the rest of these fine. Lizardmen. And a goblin. It's funny how different goblins are in Overlord compared to like Goblin Slayer. Like they're totally different. I just think it's funny how different they are. Remember all the people that got traumatized by the first episode. I still can't get over that Crunchyroll did not rate the episode. Like, come on, dudes, really? You're setting all these people up to get traumatized. Like, I've seen worse, but I can understand why so many people were upset when they watched that episode. Yeah, at first I didn't understand why people were all totally upset. Like, I've seen way worse than that. Like, that was pretty bad, but, like, I've seen way worse. So at first I didn't understand what the outrage was all about. Because I saw it all on Twitter, and then I saw all these YouTube rants talking about it. And then it was like, oh, they didn't warn people about it. I'm like, okay, I could see why people are upset. And they were comparing it to like Sword Art Online. I'm like, this is like nothing like Sword Art Online. If you were expecting Sword Art, yeah, no. You're switching back to YouTube because your Twitch is buffering and it's far behind? Okay. You never watched either anime? Well, Goblin Slayer I only watched because people were talking about it, and then I actually kind of liked it. Like, I ended up finished watching it. I thought it was pretty good. Like, I enjoyed it. These guys hit me pretty hard. I might have to try a little. Oh, actually, no. This one's dead. It's only hard when it's like multiple enemies, and then I have to like divide and conquer. We'll go ahead and use specials here. Burn! Burn! Okay. So that should be all the stamina for now. I think there's still quite a bit. Yeah, that's another 10, so we'll have to work on that later, I think. I'm going to try to save some of my stamina potions for another time. But we should have enough to do a multi, so we'll go ahead and do a multi. And then we'll end the stream off that multi. Alright, so like for those that are re-rolling or starting off, I don't think I would go for this first banner because even though it's showing you some units there. It looks like this is more geared toward equipment, which equipment is important, but I don't think it's as important as the characters. Like, I'd rather have characters, especially at the beginning. So, me personally, I would skip this and go straight for the second one, which is more focused on characters, specifically Albedo and Shoutier and the maids. Now, this is not exactly one that I should go for since I already have Shoutier and Albedo. But I'm going to try it anyway because I want to try to see if I can get, some of the maids. Hopefully not Lizard Guy because I already have you. But we will see what we get. You wish Dokkan Battle wasn't dead. Dokkan Battle isn't dead. What are you talking about? Everyone's hyped for the LR killing Khalifa. Alright. So the animations are purple crystal, gold crystal, and rainbow crystal. So if you get purple crystal, it's all 3 stars. If you get gold, you get at least 1 4-star, and then it'll go gold and then revert back and then turn rainbow. That's guaranteed 5-star. So here we go. Gold. Oh, see, there you go. Guaranteed 5-star. Okay, so we're getting at least 1 5-star. Okay, so that's equipment. That's actually an equipment that I am using, so I can level that up. That actually will limit break it, so that's kind of cool. I think that was new. Okay, 4-star, that's another equipment. Yeah, that's a dupe character. So for the 5 stars, there's 2 types of animation. If there's a speaking voice, that's a character. If there's no speaking voice, then it's an item. That Nabe is funny. Okay. What are we getting? What are we getting? We are getting character. I can't hear it, so I can't tell who it is. We got another Ainz. That's cool because it'll limit break him, but would have liked a new 5-star. But Ainz, I mean, getting a dupe of Ainz is alright. That'll level him up. So that's not terrible. Like I said, I would have liked to have gotten a new one, but getting a dupe of Ainz will make him stronger. In the long run, that's good. So let me take a look at him real quick. See what that did exactly. I know it leveled him up. I don't exactly know what it levels up. I just know that they get leveled up from getting dupes. I think it's like a limit break in a way. But anyhow, I think that's going to be it for me for now. But hopefully that gave you all a little bit of a glimpse into the game. If you're a fan of the series, I highly suggest trying it out. It's pretty fun, especially if you're able to get the characters you like. I think that's the main reason why I've been grinding at this game, is getting the characters that I like. I'm going to keep going for it, trying to see if I can get the rest of the guild, because I want to try to get all the stories. Like I said, I'm still missing 3 of the main characters and then 3 of the maids. I'm still going to try to go for them, and that's going to be it. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch y'all later.